Clash of Clans podcast, episode 95. To age myself, that's the year I graduated from high school. People who graduated last year were born in 95. Holy smokes. Yeah, we're back with the Clash of Clans, the fans and stands. I'm your pal, the Boneyard here with my pal Scotty.
Hey.
And the ever lovely Lady Boneyard.
Hello.
Hey.
You're really that old.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're
it was your
You know that.
yeah, you just missed your 20th
Yeah, last weekend. You know where they went?
Too busy.
The West Duluth street dance. There's no way you're catching me going there. I stopped going there when I was 20.
Yeah, I'm not going to mine. No.
Yeah, we get in there and
10 was fine.
basically it was you'd go to drink and then roving gangs of dudes getting in fights with other roving gangs of dudes.
Yeah.
That's what the street dance is all about. The West Duluth fight night, Friday fight night was what it was all about. I stopped going and drinking there at 20.
Yeah.
We're
you quit your
back.
gang.
Okay, yeah. Once I was of age to drink, I stopped drinking at the West Duluth street dance. And we're back with the ClashClansPodcast.com and talking everything Clash of Clans here at the WBSM3 radio studio. For the time being, we're here at the Casa de Bonnier. So
And there's been a lot going on, too.
A lot going on. I can't hear anything in my earphones. Can you? Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm good. You just tell me if I'm just take these out.
Okay.
You just let me know if we're good. Okay, we're back. So now we fixed our little audio error, and we're talking all these Clash of Clans podcast, and then the clock starts. Hold on, everybody. See if you can tell what time it is right now by how many times the cuckoo clock cuckoos.
Pop quiz.
Wait for it. Ooh, it's close.
People can actually tell how much I cut out of the episode based on...
Based on how many times that happens.
Yeah.
Talking all these Clash of Clans here at ClashClansPodcast.com. So, Scotty, what are we up to? Where you at? What's going on? What's going down? What's up? What's down? What's going around?
L is on a 6-win streak right now.
Nice.
And we are currently in a very, very tough war. The score is 67 to 76. 54 out of 70 attacks to 60 out of 70 so far. 5 hours left.
Yeah, I was looking at it, those guys have boxed themselves out of only a couple, so they've got like 8 high-level attacks left that could score points, so you got to be careful.
Couple. It would be
maybe
like...
not 8, but...
Yeah, and...
you can get 1 or 2.
One guy just has two attacks left, so who knows,
Yeah, right.
But we've been closing the gap all day. It looked bad before, but I never really like to look at the score in terms of like, okay, we're way behind, because a lot of the time it is really more about
getting the attacks in.
And looking at who's left and like what's going to happen. Like, are we going to? What do we need to do?
It just depends on where you're at.
Yeah. So I still have 2 attacks left. I wouldn't count on me pulling through. No.
How much time you got left in this?
5 hours.
Okay, yeah, you got plenty.
So what I figured I'd do is wait till the end, figure out where I'm needed, if I need to go low. And I've been I want to talk about that later. I'm going to actually make a note of it. I want to talk a little bit about that. But okay. I might have to go down. And I'm all right with that.
You go down and you can pick up some stars.
It's just always embarrassing if you don't 3-star. And some of these bases are tough.
Yeah. You'd rather hit the high 10s and get 1 or 9 and then go down and not get the 3.
Yeah, because that happened last war. I went down and I got a 2-star because I can't even remember what happened. It just, I don't even remember why. But it was like I had a plan and I was thinking about it, and then I went and looked at other bases and talked about other bases, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to do that one. And I thought
that happens a lot for you.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back to my original. I have the Army Brood. It was more like, how can I adjust it to get to the other one? And because I didn't spend, I don't want to say I didn't spend enough time like scouting it, because I'd scouted it a lot. But if I would have went back and maybe spent that time brainstorming that, like on TeamSpeak and stuff, I would have been better off.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Had it perfected, right?
Yeah, because then you're like considering on the other ones where to put things and do all that.
Yeah, and you come back to it, it's not fresh. What? Where are you at right now with Scotty not 827 anymore?
Well, I think since the last time we talked,
Scotty, it's almost your birthday.
It is almost my birthday.
Hey-o.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks. I think since the last time we talked, the only defense I've done is I did another Archer Tower up to max.
Okay.
And I was gonna do another one, but now I've got up to I'm in the 50s on lavas.
Well, since we talked last, we've had a 1 gem boost.
Yeah, we had a 1 gem boost. That was a big
crazy loot, crazy. Everybody's got monies. Everybody's upgrading everything like nuts. You know.
Well, what did you do during the boost?
I boosted everything, of course.
Okay.
I got my queen to 20.
Okay.
And I ended up gemming her out. Oh, who is this now? Oh, pause the game. Well, that was weird. Some local youth coming to try to sell Hermitown football cards. No, I don't want your garbage. Anyway, back to Clash of Clans, something important.
So what did you do during the boost?
Well, I got my queen to 20. I ended up having to gem her out the last bit of her to get her awake for a war. I ended up putting all of my Archer Towers, every one of my Archer Towers got upgraded.
And so what are they going to now? 6?
1 less from max. 10? Let me look.
6.
No,
what are they going to? 6?
Max is 13. They're all at level 12.
Okay, so you're taking them all to level 12.
To 12, yeah. But then I can start figuring out which defense goes next, and it probably is going to be cannon.
Where's your king at?
King's at 15.
Okay.
The next thing I use, I'm saving my Dark Elixir now for my Golem.
Wow.
Well, it's the last thing that I need to max. I'm able to give out max Golems because of the perk. But now that I finally figured out how to... That's one of the things I want to talk about is I finally figured out how to go wee. I'm not doing air and dragons and signature dragons anymore. I started doing a proper attack for a Town Hall 10 and nailing it.
Was it the last time we talked or like a couple times ago where you were like, oh, I don't need to do my golems. I'm never going to use a golem.
It was a little while ago, yeah, but that's exactly what I said. And somebody was like, so are you going to do your golems now? I'm like, yeah, that's the next thing. I'm halfway there. I got 45,000 dark. So that's the next thing that's going to go. Right now, my dragons are going. That was the other thing I got with the boost was I got the dragons going to max.
Oh, you did?
So maybe I will
go back
to dragons for a little while. A couple of people were like, "Hey, max dragons now with raging and then freezing and healing or something." Egley was talking about, or maybe Funky was talking about it. It works like 3-starring Town Hall 10s with those max dragons is a thing now because it just tweaks my old attack and makes it a little better, and they last a little longer and a little more.
I would think you'd have to have a combo,
but I know it was real high heroes with that too.
Yeah, you would definitely have to have because
well, it's the dragons with some with a couple of
pig dogs
in there, and that works great. And then back end loons.
That would be the worst army to practice.
It would be so expensive.
Yeah, because it would be like 600,000 every time.
I have 4.5 days left on my dragons, and I have 7 million elixir. I'm going to run out of space because I don't have anything to spend it on.
You can't put it into walls.
I guess I could do that, but I want to keep. I'm going to keep it so that I can.
Why? What do you have to do next?
I'm probably going to go and dump it into. Well, I can do giants to max. My P.E.K.K.A.s are still only level 2.
What?
Yeah, I mean I don't use them. Nobody uses them. I guess I could probably start doing that. I could still need to
Nobody
max
uses
out.
P.E.K.K.A.s at all?
Ever? I don't really see them that much. And everybody else has maxed P.E.K.K.A.s too. I don't have to worry about them.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to offer. I can still upgrade my jump spell to max 6 mil, which is probably the one that I'm going to use because that's the one thing left to upgrade that I actually use in war. Or I could do my lightning, which is now useless because what the hell do you use lightning for besides stealing resources? But you can't do that anymore. So fucking stupid.
Well, people are using it a little bit with...
Still using it on CCs, but you got the poison.
Well, I mean, if you were going to do drag attacks at 10... I don't know. Yeah. I was wondering about that because it's like they should really have cut it down to 1 spell slot is what they should do.
I only have...
it's not worth...
I only have half the dark I need to do the golem. So I'll probably use all this elixir I have to do something, either probably the jump spell.
Okay.
And then I can do
if you're going to be doing
I might as well
golems, because then you could do air and then do like cold-blooded or with a Paul Abdul right in.
Yeah.
Take out the
people don't know what that is anymore.
The Paul Abdul.
Tell Lady B about how you renamed all these attacks.
I didn't rename an attack. I renamed
based
the name.
on 90s girl R&B groups.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I know what
Okay.
So you could use that more. What are they at? You're at 2 right now. That would take it to max
For what?
for your jump.
Yes, I'm at 2, and then 3 is max. That's probably right. That's exactly right.
Okay.
And that adds, 20 seconds. It makes it a full minute. I mean, 40 seconds is pretty much enough to to do what you want to. But a minute.
I got to tell you though, in my farming raids now, I use that full minute. So
I still don't use spells on farming raids. I still go in and just use the cheap army, so it's quick. And instead of taking huge hauls, I take smaller hauls more often. Cheap army, no spells, and just do it.
Well, I don't really need my elixir for anything anymore. So besides walls and my dragons, I haven't done my dragons yet. But so for me, all I'm doing is dark. And so during that boost, it took about 4 days before it really started to hit, or 3 or 4 days. And I think everybody was saving up for heroes, and I went in and I was taking at least 3,000 almost every raid.
Nice. You're way up there taking a
yeah. I made a bunch of progress on my heroes.
How about Brittany? Have you been
just
on her when she was doing? You boosted her, obviously.
Boosted and just collected, and I wasn't that great at collecting because I was just I'd forget to go and look at it, and I just put stuff into walls. I haven't done any defenses. I've been trying to get enough elixir. I think my wall breakers are done to start. I don't even know what's next.
And player 1, was an 8.5, or 8.1, and then now he's probably 8.8, getting close to being a. Fuck the 8 point whatever. It's just a really shitty Town Hall 9.
Okay,
you know what I mean. I got the.
So you went to 9. What happened?
Castle. I got the clan castle up to 30. I've got all.
What was your priority?
Just the new stuff I could. I got all of the camps upgraded, so now I have 220 instead of 200 in my troops. That's one extra dragon. I have. I got the air defense is up there next to it's up high enough so that it matches the other ones. The new Tesla is up there high enough so it matches the other ones. They now have a whole nother level to go till they're maxed out at their level.
Okay.
But so they're maxed out for Town Hall 8. Got the Queen up there. She's at level 3 now. So I'm trying to get her to 5, and then King's still just sitting at 10. And I think I got the poison to 2. I still don't have haste for player 1, but I don't use it. I don't need it yet. I'm saving that dark for the Queen to get her to 5. Okay. That's priority, is a Queen to 5 to get that first perk. You know what I mean? The first spell, the thing,
the ability.
The ability, yeah. So player 1 is just kind of like Brittany, kind of muddling along and doing her thing.
But I got my barracks. Brittany's got her barracks almost all done because I wasn't farming, so it didn't even bother me to have a barrack down. I just make war troops. I got my 1 dark barrack almost maxed, and I got another one.
Yeah, Brittany is so far back. Yeah, all my barracks have been maxed out for a long time. All the pumps and mines and collect.
All that stuff is done, and now it's just I collect. I put it into a wall piece, the gold, save up the elixir and the dark elixir.
Sure.
And I'm all right with that because she's got the hogs. She's 8.
I was actually going out to different clans. I was over in House of El. Missed my second attack, got booted. Yep. I was over at Cadmus, missed my second attack, got booted. These are both.
You did?
Yeah. Well, actually, Cadmus was first before El. I was like, hey, I'll just come over and war with you guys. And I just didn't get to it. We were way ahead winning. It wasn't super. I was already boxed out anyway. I'm like, hey, should I go up and
booted from 2 clans in the family?
Well, it was like well, that's fine. Those are the rules. I'm not upset at all. Okay.
And you did call me right after, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry about that.
Hey, I think I got booted, so just tell the gang sorry, but it's all right.
I needed to make room anyways, so.
And I was boxed out because I can't play at work on my phone because it doesn't work. I don't have the reception for it, and so I have to. So it's always way late in the war when I finally get to attack. And
can't you go on Wi-Fi at work?
I don't know. My phone's screwy. I need a new phone.
Yeah,
I actually asked a couple of guys
3.
in the house that the buttons have stopped working. The top button, so I can't shut it off. I have to wait a minute and it'll shut itself off now.
Okay.
And the speaker is starting to crap out. And I'm like,
you mean after a decade, it's finally dying?
Right? And so I asked a couple of guys, and Rico said he's like, hey, I get new phones from work. I'll take a look. But he just moved, and all of his stuff's in boxes. Our buddy Cody found a phone. And Cody says this. He's like, well, I found this phone, and I tried to contact the girl. I was able to find out who she just Snapchatted with. But I couldn't unlock her phone because it was locked, and you couldn't figure out how to unlock it. So he like friended that person on Facebook. Said, hey, I have somebody named Jen's phone that you just Snapchatted with 2 days ago. And this girl's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But she put a note out, said, hey, did anybody lose their phone? Nobody got back to him. So he's like, well, it's mine now. But he doesn't know how to unlock it. And I said, well, he's like, well, I'll sell it to you. And I'm like, okay. And then a couple of days later, I was like, hey, how much do you want for that phone? How much do you want for it? And he's like, well, I have to. Do you think you can get it to work? And I didn't want to just tell him, hey, you pull the chip out, bring it, and I'll bring it in and swap the chip out, and it'll say, this is my new phone. I bought it.
But it has to be from your same carrier.
It's an iPhone.
Yeah, but it has to be. If she was on Sprint and you're on Verizon, you can't.
Why?
Because they have different technology in it.
I don't think so. It's an iPhone. Straight up hardware is iPhone.
Yeah, they'd make it carrier specific. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I understand.
Well, I'll try it. And he's like, well, I'll have to figure out what's the fair price. I mean, it's useless to you. Yeah. You don't know how to fix it. I have an idea. Like, I could probably I'm thinking I can just pull the chip out, bring it in, and say, I have this phone.
It's an empty milk carton is
right.
what it is.
And he's like, well, it's, up to what's fair. I'm like, I'm going to be surprised if he's going to be like $100. I was like, go fuck yourself. And, you want to sell me?
Yeah, I'm going to run to the bank. I'll be back. Go fuck yourself 30.
And all it is for him is a brick. He can't even unlock it. He doesn't know what he's
Paperweight.
doing. Yeah. How much? I'd give him $50, I guess. I don't know.
To gamble on it?
Well, I'd give him $50.
Just ask him where he's walking, because obviously people are just leaving old iPhones
right.
laying around.
And it was an iPhone 5S or something, so it's decently new. It's pretty new. And I'm like, okay. And he's going to be like, how about $200 because it's like a $300 phone? Go fuck yourself, dude. It's useless.
Try put it on eBay. It's like, right. I found this girl's phone.
Sure.
Maybe people would buy it. I don't know.
Hopefully, it's got a Hello Kitty case or something fun. Whatever. Anyway,
so I did a lot of lava walls during the boost.
Uh-huh.
And I got my king to 25.
Nice.
And my queen's on her way to 25 right now.
Nice.
I was doing it. I was just farming so much Dark Elixir that it would get done. I think I went without my heroes for a week, both of them, or they overlapped.
Sure.
And I think I might do that again now because I've got 5 days on my queen and I'm at 80,000 Dark Elixir. Because I'm just that's all I'm going for.
Put the king down.
Every so often.
Put the king down, yeah.
Yeah. And because I think the only way I'd put the king down is if I farmed that much and had enough to farm, or had enough time to farm her back.
Sure.
Otherwise, I'd maybe do a dark spell.
Yeah.
My earthquakes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do those. Get those maxed out because they're cheaper and they're way useful.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Especially the poison. Get that maxed out.
Well, I have it at 3.
Go to 4.
But I mean, I don't really see a ton of benefit in upgrading it.
Sure, why not?
Versus a hero.
It helps more.
Yeah, but it maybe kills them a little bit faster.
Yeah,
but most of the time,
maybe it will kill them faster, and in a couple of seconds works, man.
Yeah, but I'm using
one arrow could kill your dude.
The poison a lot of times is just for the pups. If there's a pig dog in the CC, if it's a dragon, you can slow it down with the poison. But sometimes it's better to even just poison the center. When your king or your queen are getting in.
Yeah, poison the king and queen right away is good, too.
No, the skellies.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's you get to the core, right?
Especially the guys with hogs. You drop that poison so it draws them in there.
Yeah, I would still do the CC lure with hogs. I do. on Brittany at lure.
I mean, if you're going like a hog attack,
Yeah, I do hog attack.
that poison works great for when the hogs,
skellies,
are
yeah.
running around. You drop that, and the skellies stay. They slow down. The hogs get to run.
Well,
away.
they die. They die.
Yeah, and the hogs get to get away from them.
It's almost like, and it almost seems like if you can do that in the junction of the king, and I actually saw this on a war attack yesterday. If you do poison the king as the hogs are going through, he slows way down.
Sure.
Fortunately, it was too late in that attack, but like if you could poison and draw the skellies to the right, or no, draw the skellies in the king right at the right
about
spot.
Is one of the last ones, yeah.
Yeah,
Because then you can draw. Yeah, you can poison out a lot of stuff while those hogs move their ass out of there.
and I could really see the king slow on that.
Yeah. He's
but
not going to follow up. Yeah.
But I'm just like, man, I want my heroes up there. I mean, I feel like I should be like happy that they're 25, but I feel like.
Have you seen the 30s and the 35s and the 40s go just bust ass? You're like,
Yeah.
my 15 is no good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I hit 25, and I feel like, okay,
I was really excited about 20, and she does damage. Like,
Yeah.
there's a marked difference on her at 20.
well, the king at 25 is I'm like, he's awesome. I mean, he just got a different ability level.
Have you seen these videos of the queen going for a walk with
Yeah,
the
the
healer
queen
and just walking around the outside because she
Yeah.
doesn't go for walls and stuff? That's pretty dope, you know.
well,
If you get a high queen, you can just take out everything around.
that's
the
the
outside.
thing. I feel like even though I hit 25, I feel like God, I'm not even. I won't even be happy until they're 30. You know, like I feel like that's the part of the game that I'm really missing out on because not having done my heroes, like I've got the same max troops as everybody. You know,
we've talked about this before about how if you're a maxed out Town Hall 10 with low heroes, you've rushed.
Yeah.
You're a rushed base.
well, and what I thought I might do with the rest of my defenses because I have a couple archer towers.
Did I say maxed out? If you're a Town Hall 10 with maxed out defenses and troops but low heroes, you're a rushed base. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Well, I know you. Yeah. Well, and then
The fans
if
and fans may not. They'll be like,
and then the thing is with that is like if you know, I don't know. I'll feel like okay, so I've got cannons left, I got a couple archer towers, and I got an air defense. I kind of thought what I do is every time my heroes go up another level, then I'll do another defense, and then just do it that way because I think, you know, I want my archer towers done. I don't really care that much about upsetting like the weights in the clan because I mean between the top guy and me, it's only like 2,000.
That's not a thing.
Right.
Play the game.
So I mean, but I just think, well, maybe just to keep the war weights down and keep me somewhat, you know,
Yeah.
so it doesn't accidentally like
walls and heroes. Then
yeah. So I'm just doing walls and heroes. I will do my drags, but yeah, I'm just Dark Elixir farming, and I totally have turned out a lot of freaking loot looking for them.
So while you just you're pulling in $3,000 DE every couple of wars,
slumming it.
or every couple of attacks. That's great.
No, every attack, almost every attack. Not today so much, but over the last like week or so.
Lady B, care to weigh in here?
No.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. Where are you guys at? Let's talk about where. The Project Cadmus War. They got a contest going on. Kratos thought this up. He's got Town Hall 9's.
This is an awesome idea.
Town Hall 9's cash prize. Town Hall 8's get a cash prize. I don't know, 10s are in it. Maybe?
Yeah. I think so.
And it's different. It's you go in there and you start. It's just luck of the draw. You have to attack straight across.
No matter what.
You have to attack straight across. If you get 3 stars, you move on to the next round. If you don't, you don't.
Right. But the war continues as usual.
Regular war, get your second attack in, but it's your first attack has to be straight across, and you have to get 3 stars to stay in the contest. And then the last Town Hall 9 that's still in the contest wins the money, wins the prize. And when he put it online and he's like, okay, so I'm like, hey, I'm in. And then I'm like, player 1 is kind of an 8.5, so I usually am at the bottom of the 9s. I usually get a pretty good matchup.
With an 8 or a 9?
It's usually an 8, but sometimes it's the bottom 9. I'm like, I'm in, and I'm not really an 8.5. I'm an 8.8 or a shitty 9 now. And then somebody else pops on. I think it might have even been Mailman says, "Can I get in with my defenseless Town Hall 9?" And Kratos says, "Yep." And I said, "I'm out. There's no way you can beat the guy who's at the bottom of the list fighting a Town Hall 6 with his Town Hall 9 troops."
Right.
And then Kratos says, "Oh, I'm half asleep. That's not good. No, you can't do that." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm back in."
We have Jagged Edge in L right now.
I'm back in.
He's got defenseless, wallless account 10 with max dragons
Sitting right at the bottom, huh?
Yeah.
He's
and so it's like perfect because
wiping out any Town Hall 8 or below.
Well, we've
up.
only been getting maybe a couple Town Hall 8s to our like 5. Sometimes all 9s. And so what's nice is he can, like, there was 1 star and an 8, like the 8s hit. And the bases of this war have been kind of tough. And then he can go in and just burn them out, no matter what, like an 8. He's done 9s too.
Yeah, right.
So
Max with Town Hall 10 with Max troops should be able to hit a 9.
Yeah. So when's the contest started last night? Or prep day started
Prep
last
day
night?
is almost over. It's got a few hours left till it's over.
Okay.
And then we go. And so I'm a Town Hall 9 with Town Hall 8 troops. And I got matched up against a medium Town Hall 9. The base is spread all over. I don't know. And all I have is this level 3 drags, 3 away from max now, I think, maybe.
3.
They were maxed to Town Hall 8. They're not maxed to Town Hall 9. I haven't put them up to 4.
Okay.
4, 5, and then the new one is 6, right?
No, 5.
5. Huh.
Can you? Yeah, you can max your dragons at 4 now, right?
Well, yeah, I can move them
at
up
9.
again.
I mean,
I can move them up again, but I haven't. So I have dragon, but I have 215. One of my camps isn't done, so I have 215 spots.
Okay.
So I'm going to have 3 extra loons, and my clan castle's done, so I have 6 loons there instead of 5.
Okay.
So I can go in with 9 loons and 10 dragons, and hopefully I'll be able to 3-star. If not, I'm out. It's going to be tough. Plus I have
if you get your attacks in.
Well, I just got to get 1. I really only got to get 1.
Well, but the war goes on.
Yeah. And it'll be...
It's not your first attack.
Today's Thursday. It starts on Friday. It'll end on Saturday, right?
No, it'll end Friday.
Starts today. It ends tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to get it.
And we pushed the button in... Well, what we did was we were so full. House of L's been so full that we said, let's start House of L 2 and just start leveling it up. Level that clan up.
Now, you had House of L Junior. That's not a thing anymore.
No. It was
House
for
of L
younger.
Reloaded. That's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, that was kind of an experiment.
Right. Okay.
But
so now you got House of L 2.
Yeah.
And that's starting.
Yeah, we just put a few of us put our minis over there. But it's like, because we are full, and now we're actually over full because we have a couple people coming back from places, and there's only a couple spots. And so we were just like, well, we can send people there if they want to go there.
Yeah.
So anybody's welcome to join House of L2 and help level the clan.
House of L2 with no space, right?
Yeah. It just sucks because it's a level 1 clan.
Well, I also wanted to put out the House of Zod, obviously, is just the one clan. Put out the invite to people because we lost a couple people. Hey, fans in the stands, come and join us.
And the password to get in any of these clans is fans in the stands. Because we don't say the password that often.
No.
And so
new password. New password.
Well, I think fans in the stands works just
probably pretty good because that's what it is. It's we were looking for people who aren't asshats. Obviously, that's rule number 1. And rule number 2 is no rushed bases. We're trying to, obviously that's where we kind of draw the line. You don't want to have somebody with no troops as a Town Hall 10. Screwing up the weights and all that thing, but mostly the real thing is looking for people who are cool and want to have fun.
Yeah,
want to have war. Pretty serious about war and want to have fun with it, and aren't jackasses.
Yeah, and I think with House of L2,
which is probably true for every clan.
House of L2 is more to be. It's not a feeder clan necessarily. It's just like so. Some of our guys are gone this week, so we're like, well, you can go over there and be there while you're gone and opt out. But we want to get people in there And the rule is, like, if you're in a war, you got to get your war attacks in.
That's a rule everywhere. It should be the rule everywhere.
Because part of it is, like, the co-leaders wanted to do that one. Or to start it, you know, they can mention it to put, like, their minis or whatever. And we're like, let's start warring, just get as much XP, because get it up to clan level 5.
Here's the thing. Even losing wars, you earn XP.
Yeah, just putting XP on the board.
It just war nonstop. Get your attacks in when you can, and just try to get one star and everything, even if you lose.
Because when we get it up to clan level 5,
we had a second clan for a while for minis, and then people were like, minis can just be in the wind. They don't need. They can either be in a clan or go to one of the multitude of the other clans that we know, or not. I mean, for the longest time, player 1 is either in global or is just not in a clan. Yeah. You know, like, fuck it.
Well, with that clan, what would be really nice? So who knows where it'll go, right?
Nobody wanted to run a second clan and not be in the first clan. You know, it was like, I don't want to be in 2 clans and deal with that.
I think one of the co-leaders might rotate back and forth, but what I thought with this one is, like, who knows? Maybe a bunch of people want to join, you know, and it kind of does its own thing.
Sure.
Or it would be nice to have a clan when we want to try scrimmage with ourselves.
Sure.
Because it sucks when you
when we
go to, like, a
new
different
level 1 clan, you're like, I can't give out anything. Nobody's got troops. All the perks are shit. You know, you don't have any of the good stuff.
Yeah, you don't get, like, the shorter time. And every time we went,
just the more war loot is a huge thing. You know.
Yeah, and being able to upgrade a troop. I mean,
troop
So if we keep minis in there and doing that, you know, or whatever, anybody who wants to, because otherwise the top guys really start to, like, have to give out the war troops. You know, and it's more like whatever you got kind of thing. And
we do a lot of dragons and CCs.
Jagged edges over there, or edges over there.
And we did that recently. We went and, like, tried to match ourselves. Didn't work. But nobody could give out dragons because nobody had max dragons.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that stinks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have,
because that was the thing. Like,
you guys got to give out all the gold.
In the defensive CC, it's like, oh shit, we can't have the max dragons in there. Like, everybody's running up against.
Yeah.
So,
anywho.
So that's something new. If people want to check it out, welcome to join. And Brittany's over there. Probably not going to be around much.
What else you got on the list?
I've got one other thing. Like, I've done some Twitch stuff.
Okay.
Tweeted a couple wars, like the SOAS Zod, just a couple other things.
That is the correct nomenclature is Zod SOAS.
Okay.
They come in second because they came in second.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So the SOAS Zod war. Just kidding.
I'm sure I'm going to hear about that later. But Zod SOAS war.
So what we did?
It's just the Zod war. What?
So we do TeamSpeak, and like I did an episode nerding out with some of the nines.
We got a gold medal. They got a honorable mention.
So some of our nines were on the podcast, the nerding out,
sure.
and like it's really cool to listen to them on TeamSpeak, strategize and stuff. And so I had done some Twitch, but I thought, wouldn't it be cool to do like an L channel and like not only will I Twitch sometimes, but like
other
those nines when they're scouting their bases and stuff. I'm like, it's so interesting to watch for me, like sitting in the TeamSpeak. So I'm like, I think that would be really cool. And so they've done a couple MC Scrubs and Clash of Clams. They've done a few that they're actually twitching right now.
Clams is over in Zod now. This Mini JP Clams.
Yeah,
he's a cool dude. Yeah. We would have a lot of
really
fun
good too.
He's
and it's awesome to watch them strategize. So they've been twitching some wars, just talking about strategy, showing replays, talking about stuff. And so we actually moved that over to the YouTube too. So it's on a channel. It's called L Unfiltered.
L Unfiltered.
Yep. L.
What happened to the podcast YouTube channel?
Well, I was trying to do it, but I was exporting it from Twitch, and I thought, you can only do it to the one account. And so I was like, so I created like this channel art and did all the stuff for the YouTube thing. And then when I got done, and it was uploading to the wrong channel.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh shit, I could have just put it under the Clash of Clans podcast. I think now I could have.
Yeah.
But I'd already got everything else done and figured it out. So we just moved that stuff from, it's on Twitch. It's L Unfiltered. That's all one word on Twitch.
Lady,
and
then, we want to weigh in here on Twitch?
What about it?
You want to?
I don't know what Twitch is.
Okay.
It's a live streaming.
You can interwebs what you're looking at. Like right now, you're poking around on your base and scouting stuff and battling. Other people could watch what you're doing on your iPad while you talk to them.
Oh, yeah, that's creepy.
No, it's cool.
Because then you forget about that you're recording, and then you're like going into your emails or something.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, and then there's the chat. It's pretty cool. And so they've been doing that. And so that's on, and the YouTube channel is L Unfiltered. Same on Twitch. So
right.
They're going to be doing more stuff. I'm going to do some stuff coming up. I'm almost done. I almost have a break in work. So almost after tomorrow. So I'll have a little bit of time, and then I'll probably do a couple like wars.
Probably work on
about 1,000 things.
About 1 million things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's fun to just, if you like, with the way TeamSpeak set up, and when we're doing that stuff.
What's up, Red?
It's really easy now. So
he's good boys.
Or much easier.
Go lay down.
I did win
What's next on the list?
No Soup for You award last war.
Okay.
So the Soup Nazi. So
yeah.
Best defensive. Dirty Pirate was the I'll get
No Soup for You award.
Yeah,
is the best defensive win award.
Yeah, I defended 3 times and they got 1 star in the 4th.
Sounds about right.
So I was like, I feel pretty good about it.
Bonnier does that a lot. That's pretty good. Depends on who they are. Right. Usually it's 2 or 3 attacks, and then I get 1 or 2 stars. Depends on what they're trying to do.
Like Max Heroes.
Yeah, the top Town Hall 10s are coming after me because I'm usually the third.
Because you look.
Because I'm usually the third Town Hall. I'm usually the third Town Hall 10, so I look like the easiest one. The 3rd out of 5.
Because you have low defenses.
Yeah, they're lower, and the base is all spread out, but it works so good.
Cool.
I had a guy come in just on a raid base with a whole bunch of P.E.K.K.A.s and Giants, and he was like, what the hell happened here? How did I get 49% or 45 or something? And I'm like, oh, look at this guy tried to come in for all of it, because it was during the boost, so I had a ton of resources, like 500 of each or something. So he came in with everything. And didn't get shit.
Really?
I laughed, and I had a full CC. I mean, it was a war attack, but my town hall was outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a full attack, and he never went after the town hall because it was at the bottom of the screen. He came in from the top. I
completely ignore the town hall now.
Well, he came in from the top and was like, but he's not. He wants to loot. He doesn't care about the win.
Right.
And then didn't get shit. And I just thought it was hilarious.
So I
45% no star.
We've been seeing all those pig dogs in the CCs, and so I switched it up because Spaceman, who I was talking to on the TeamSpeak, he said put in 3 loons and 4 giants, 3 giants and 4 loons, and it's worked pretty well because people are so now. That's what sucks about. My base would catch people off guard before. The pig dogs would really rock it.
Yeah.
Now people are anticipating either the dragon or a pig dog.
We see a lot of that.
Or pig dogs
and 2 of us use pig dogs. Since we talked last, I started using the pig dog on my base. Works awesome because it comes out and it just ties up troops. It ties up anything that's shooting in the air. They just stop and just stand there while things hit them and kill them. And it works great. I mean, it really works out good. I go with a...
now, like, people are, with my base, they're kind of anticipating something like that to come out. Mm-hmm. So with the giant and the loons, it kind of does a cool number on the troops.
Well, they move at different speeds. Oh, excuse me. They move at different speeds. And
one's ground, one's... Yeah. No, they both go about the same.
Oh, they both move pretty slow, I guess.
Yeah. And there's a lot of hit points there then.
Yeah.
And it's ground and air.
And if somebody wants to draw them out, it takes forever.
Yeah.
If they're just going to have at it and poison them, and it takes a while.
But you can't.
What?
You can't kill it with a poison.
What?
The balloon.
Why not?
Because it's way too many hit points.
You can kill a loon with poison.
I don't think so.
I mean, it'll hurt it.
Well, yeah, it'll hurt, but I don't think...
You're killing it off.
Well, let me see. Because the hit point on... It's 545. The hit point on. Well, let me see what the damage on the poison is. 540 for max.
540 for max per second, or just
Total.
So it kills it.
540.
Man,
What did I say? It gets close,
You said
but
540.
this is 545, so it still won't completely take it out.
Man. Well, one arrow will kill it.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
So
what's
that's
next on your list?
that's the same thing with the like why maxing out the poison. It's just one other archer shot.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it's 3 if you've got 3 loons or 4 loons, man.
Yeah.
You know, whatever works. But, so the defensive wins. We talked about the boost, and then we had some. Well, okay, I had an idea for a contest.
Oh, okay.
I've been talking about this a lot because I think it's a really cool idea to do like a trophy push, but do a 0 to hero.
What?
0 to hero for where you like. Let's say I think it would be. I've been trying to bat around the idea. It would be like I think it would be good to do it like a 2-week.
Okay, we got to get to it though. What
you do is you drop as far as you can go.
Okay.
And then you go as high as you can go. So it's about the total number of trophies gained.
Oh.
And I thought it might be cool to do it as over a 2-week span because
I guess that's probably the next push contest type style because we've done everything else. Everybody's done,
Yeah, I think it would be kind of.
You got to start under here and then get to there, whoever gets highest, or you can start wherever you want and then you get to the highest. And,
Well, I think I like the idea of the most trophies gained. What you'd have to do is drop as low, and you'd have like a time. Well, I was thinking, do you either have a time frame or do you just do it? You mark it, get your clan leader to, or somebody to take your screenshot it. You go, okay, I'm at my lowest. Now I'm going to go up, and then you have to play the defense game. You have to play the okay, how am I going to get trophies? Am I going to raid all the way up? Am I going to rely on defenses for a while?
You put your town hall inside and gain 2,000 trophies in 2 days and then start pushing.
Yeah. So I was
Part
thinking,
of the work is dropping all the way down there.
Yeah, so it's like, so you have a certain amount, or so you have, so if you did it within 2 weeks, right, you could start, you can gain, and you'd have the whole time. But whenever you hit your highest.
And all the people are way up there, they're gonna be like,
But if you, let's say.
How do you time that? I mean, you got to make sure.
No, but here's what I think would be the best way to do it is to say, if you have that 2 weeks and you can use it however you want. So it doesn't necessarily at the end, it doesn't matter where you end up. Maybe your highest was a day before, or maybe you get really burned out of pushing and you can stop 3 days before it's done.
But you got to just take the screenshot and be like, hey, somebody else take a look at my screenshot. This is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because you could theoretically take a screenshot the day before you start dropping.
Right.
You start off in Titan.
Well, and if you could, it would be because I can put a push clock up and you could take a picture of your iPhone or iPad next to the push clock on the computer. But
that's pretty.
But I think if you have your clan leader and you can see everybody else's,
as long as everybody's honest.
Yeah, and I thought if we did it between clans, each clan could do their own thing in a way, like because I think with L last time we got up to like 61 in the U.S. when we pushed, and most of us pushed. But not everybody. But like this one, we might say, okay, well,
in the U.S., maybe when you're number one in Moldova, like the House of Zod has been in the past,
or we show up and then
we still get people coming to join us, and I don't know what fucking language they speak in Moldova, Romanian, I don't know, but blah 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 Moldova joiny, like. People are like, nope. And they don't have
well, it's really more about what kind of accent do you use while you're recounting Moldovan.
Well, we are Moldovan.
Probably that sounds about right.
Yeah. I am Iron. I am Moldovan. No, you know what? It's just the guy from Ghostbusters. It's Vigo.
Nice.
Vigo the Destroyer. Vigo the Carpathian.
And so...
on the mountain of blood, on the throne of pain, I sit upon a...
I'm going to finish working out the details, but I've always wanted to do that as the trophy push, because I like the idea... Yeah, 0 to hero, goes low, it's the amount of trophies gained, and then you get to play that other side of it.
I have a prediction.
What?
Johnny Big Leg wins.
I don't know.
First one to Titan. That was one of the questions when we get to the questions that I want to ask you.
Oh, okay.
You need Johnny Big Leg on the Nerding Out so we can find out, so everybody can learn.
Well, I invited him on to
learn how to push.
The one when I was recording with
Master pusher. This guy, like, what the hell? He's like, oh yeah, I'm getting up there. And I go and look at him like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm getting up there. You know, you're going 1, 2, 3 trophies at a time max.
Yeah.
When you get way up there. Now, so he's like, yeah, I've been working on it all day. I'm up 50 trophies. What?
You lose once
Like,
and it gets
wow.
screwed.
Yeah. First guy to Titan in the
K-fan.
world, you know, not in the world, but anybody I've ever seen. Get him on the Nerd
In the
Out.
world.
Get him on the Nerd Out. We can figure out.
Well, I told them that one day, and then they couldn't or something. I don't know.
We'll get him on. What's next?
Okay, so anyways, that's going to be coming out probably at the end of the. I'm thinking like maybe September 1st.
Sure,
dude, because then people are not. It's not the end of season where everybody's trying
How
to get.
many days is that going to go for?
14.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting married in 12th.
Okay.
So I won't be able to. I guess I can do it until the 12th. But no, I have plenty to do before that. And the 2 weeks leading up to that, I will be opting out a lot.
Yeah.
Leading up to that. And then for several days after.
Okay.
I will be busy.
Well, I'm thinking about that. It's not the end of the season. People will be dropping.
I will be busy. Yeah.
All right. So I asked people on Twitter today what
questions.
Oh, I do have to shout out. Okay, yeah, I'll get to it because I know this was coming on the on one of the questions. So I asked on Twitter, and Big Jake Clash, he is doing the Battle Axe videos for House of L, and one of them from last time was Guns Up, who came to visit L for a war and stayed for another one. It did 2 3-star awesome 10 tags. So he put that up, so you can check it out on YouTube, Big Jake Clash. And so,
before you get to questions, I do have a real quick anecdotal story about something that happened in the Clash, and then we'll go to questions, and it'll probably be done because we're kind of running along here. Real quick, Rambo Land, you had him on the show, nerding out, long time Zodster, big fan of the show. Some guy was I log on and I see that he's going. Jiwo, Jiwo is this kid's name. Jiwo, who are you? You have 3 seconds to answer. And I kind of scroll down like, what's happening? And I scroll down and the Jiwo, his request to join was, Rambo, your base sucks. You noob. I'm like, well, that's a foreign kid. Okay, terrible English, you know. And and then somebody in Rambo accepted him. And was like, what's the deal, dude? And he's like, you are base sucking. And other people were like, what the hell is the deal with this kid? And I kind of read along, and he was giving Rambo the business. And Rambo was like, who are you? Like, what? Figuring it was somebody that was just giving him some shit.
Yeah.
Who are you? Like, what is your stuff? What, kid? And then I'm like, just booed him already. And then G-Wo says, hey, leader. He sees me pop up. Hey, leader. And I'm like, hello? Question mark. Like, I like you, base. And I'm like, who is this kid? And Rambo was laughing, like, what the hell is you doing? Like, Rambo, you are sucking. You're base noob. And then we're like, I'm like, Rambo, is this your buddy? And he's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And then all of a sudden, boom, replay. Ha ha ha, you're base sucking. And it was Jiwo 3-starring Rambo's base.
Really?
Yeah. And we all were like, whoa, burn, dude.
Yeah.
That is a super foreign little kid burn. And he's going, ha 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 ha. And then you know, like the 4 or 5 people that were on the chat at the moment are all laughing, and Rambo's like, oh, in my face. Like, that sucks. And the kid just laughed.
You're like,
and I immediately re-invited him. He didn't tell anybody. They're like, oh, good thing you left. Like, I can't believe he just totally trolled you. Like, that is funny as hell. He just came in, and Rambo had like just put down. He'd moved up to 9. He had just put down 2 expos, and they're way up at the top of the screen. You know, like the base was kind of all mismatched because he just moved up, and nothing was really organized as a raid base yet. And so it wasn't sucking. It was just in progress. Right. But he came through and 3-star the whole thing with a whole bunch of...
You're like, this is an awesome idea for player 1.
Yeah, like, ha, 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 you are sucking. Your base is sucking. you are noob. I'm like, oh my god. And we all laughed, and of course I invited him back immediately. And
did he come back?
well, I left, and I came back, and I saw that he had joined, and there was before there was even a line, immediately kicked out again by Slars. Like I'm like, oh, I missed it. I was gonna continue this fun with this little kid. And I don't know.
You re-invited him back.
And I did
for a couple hours.
I did. I was like, boop, re-invite. And I haven't seen him, and he hasn't gone anywhere. I kept an eye on him to see what clan he went to, so I could go there and fuck with him. But it disappeared. Yeah, you are base are sucking. You are noob. And I'm like, oh, what is this? What is this? And then boom, 3-starred you, and we're like, oh, you guys
That sucks.
so hard.
Well, that actually leads
kid.
into the good Big Jake Clash's question. When is the last time you threw your device because of Clash, and why?
Way, way, way back when I was pushing to Crystal. No. Was that Crystal?
Yeah.
No, Champions. The first one. No, Masters.
Masters.
I haven't made it to Champion yet. I haven't tried. But when I was trying to get to Champions and I was like 50 away, we were living in Riverside, and I'm in the living room trying to, and I'm like within 20 trophies.
Yeah, the worst part.
And I got like a 48%, and I just yelled, and I threw my phone on her. She's in the kitchen, and scared the shit out of her because I just, no! And, she's like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm throwing my phone, I'm stomping around the house. God damn it. But ever since then, because I realized how stupid that was, I don't get that excited about clashing. I mean, I like clashing, but I don't.
Yeah, we're not allowed to throw devices around the house.
Or should I say, I'm not. I'm just way better than I used to be. I don't ever do this. You? How about you?
I don't think I've ever thrown it. I've wanted to throw it, but I love my iPad too much.
And I was playing on my little teeny tiny iPhone 3 with a backup iPhone 3 in the shelf. So I threw it on the ground on the carpet.
Yeah, and I don't know if
I was Superman.
I don't know if I ever have, but I certainly want to all the time. I had some bad war performances in some of the wars.
That matter?
I'm just trying to...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they all matter, but, I had, a couple 0-star wars. And I think one of my heroes was down, but still, I can usually do that.
I just had a 0-star war.
I got a 1. I got a 1 when both of my heroes were down. And then...
Yeah.
It was a bad...
I finally learned the go wee wee. I've gotten the 2 wars before the one I'm in now. The 2 wars before that, 11 stars. That's 2 Town Hall 10s, 2 Town Hall 9s. I'm loving it. I finally figured it out. I think we just talked about this earlier. I finally figured it out, and I'm loving it. I finally got a ground game, and it's finally working. Yeah.
Well, I think it was that 2 wars. I think it was 2 or 3 wars ago when I got 0 stars. I was so mad. It ruined my day. I was like, this. Yeah. I mean, I just did not. I was like, okay, and I was trying to farm and stuff to get my heroes, and I was just like, oh, not having much of it.
Next question.
What is both of your favorite?
I've not ever thrown any of my devices. Oh, do I not get to answer?
Yeah, Lady B.
I've not thrown any of mine. I don't get that upset about it.
I'm used to disappointment as mine.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm disappointed a lot when I play this game.
And I just always win, so we're good.
Thank God for the 8s. What is both of your favorite part or thing in Clash, and why? This is from
my favorite part of Clash.
Zarabi.
I hate
Ben
all
Rogers.
of it lately. I'm angry at this game.
Somebody's got a 0-star war over here.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I hate it right now. No.
What do I like the most about it? I don't know. Community.
Yeah.
Probably just hanging out and I don't know. It's a fun game to play.
I'm loving right now the strategizing in the clan,
learning a new attack. Yeah. Learning the go-wee. That really has been right now. That's the new thing. Learning how to use a new attack. I just learned today that I need to bring some. I need to plan for quakes instead of jumps sometimes. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take that into the next war, and really, that's one thing I really like is learning new stuff.
Well, and that's the thing. I learn something new all the time, even the stupidest things. I'm not going into that.
Oh, you probably should.
No, I'm not gonna. That's not an idiot. But every war, watching 9s, 8s,
you still use jumps on loons or what?
Yeah, no. like the 8s, like attacking with Brittany, I'm learning a lot about attacking with Scotty. And one of the big things that have kind of come up with it is, in L, like in our wars, like good attackers, they go first, and sometimes they don't quite hit the 3, or they might hit 1, or maybe luck out. But everybody's been creating these really good roadmaps. And so I always hated hitting 9s, right? But I was always going in with my TH10 army. I'd be like, okay, well, I'll use a different army. And now attacking with Brittany, I've gotten better at hogs and got a sense of them. And so now I can go in on a 9 and tweak their plan, just like they do.
Sure.
And instead of like taking my TH10 army, I might take their exact roadmap. Like they've got a 99%. This happened on Huffer. Huffer got a 99%, and then I came in and just had a few more hogs, another Velk, and like
a couple
Clams
more
was
troops,
like
maybe
walking me through
one
it.
or two troops,
and another spell.
Oh, yeah, that's
and,
a big
and
one.
in that hindsight, and I don't know why I wasn't like thinking that way before. Maybe it's just because I was unfamiliar, but like really looking at how somebody attacked base, and if it was if you could just tweak it just a little bit, it's not. It's not bad.
Follow the template.
Yeah, follow the path of the person before you, if it can work.
Yeah.
If it can't work, because I think like I always thought, well, if this didn't work on this attack, then you got to do completely different.
Doing air here and loons and Laloons, and then I'm going to go in with ground, and then if that didn't work, I'm going to go with the Laloons and just a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right.
Figure out if they did it something wrong that could have been changed or add more of. And this is me as a 10 going on a 9. Instead of taking a TH10 army but just tweaking and adding to, and I don't know why I didn't realize that before. I mean, anyways.
Next question.
So, could drags make a comeback in TH9, TH10 like it was in 7 or 8? This is from Skulldugly from Kent.
Possible. We talked earlier about how...
I think it could if its natural speed was increased or AI improved.
AI has always been shoddy, but you just got to know how to use them. You got to know how to funnel them. You got to know how to figure them out. We were just talking about earlier about how the max ones now are 3-starring Town Hall 10s with proper heroes and spells and everything. Yeah. It's totally doable.
I don't know if we're going to see a ton on 10 yet. I think when haste is maxed,
and it's
maybe
and haste, and also shitty 10s. The lower 10s or 10s that have weird layouts.
Yeah.
Like an anti-3-star 10, dragons could do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Like perfectly symmetrical 10s, dragons have a hard time because they end up going around the outside.
Yeah.
It depends on the base.
Yeah. I don't know. I think something's coming with it, at least on 9s.
Yeah.
Because those things are pretty powerful.
Next question.
Why doesn't... This is from Seth Sotus.
Seth Sotus.
Yep. SOTUS from Twitter. Why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs?
Isn't that how they started?
No.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
I'm finding out more and more people like hot dogs more than I thought.
Yeah.
Unless they're the kosher dogs, the Hebrew dogs, they're gross.
Mm-hmm. They should have. It is kind of weird that McDonald's doesn't...
Why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs? Because they're not fucking Sonic.
But it's kind of weird now that I think about it.
You want a hot dog, go to Red Robin. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Red Robin does. Sonic does, though, right?
I don't know.
They got those stupid ices in the
I've never been to a Sonic.
I've never either. Yeah, they got them down in Little Claire.
Okay, speculation. This is from...
Why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs? Because the hot dogs are gross.
I like a hot dog.
Why are people asking us that?
Because I said ask any question. But we needed to answer the banking one last time.
The business ethics in the banking world. I went on for 15 minutes.
Okay, so this is from Worm.
That's why I don't get invited very often.
Speculation on the next update. When it will be, what will be updated or added, and what would both of you like to see next?
New Dark Troop. When is it? Who fucking knows? What will it be? Probably something stupid like a third blower or some bullshit. What do I want? New Dark Troop.
I would say about 4 weeks. And I think it'll be a minor update. And I'm all right with that. Because it'll tweak the payouts and the upgrade costs and one of those upgrades. Well, I could see it being something too, like maybe I almost want to say like a defense or something slight I think they're going to be...
Fences aren't slight.
I bet you... Okay, I think...
real estate is a premium. We're almost running out of spots in the map to put it.
Well, I think ClashCon, I think they're going to announce...
I'm pissed about that, by the way.
What?
ClashCon.
Oh, yeah, because we wanted to do a thing.
Because I wanted to have CockCon for how long, and I didn't even get a personal invite. So I'm very upset about it.
Yeah, Scotty, we need to talk to some people over at Supercell to get us 3 of us some tickets over to the thing. We'll get married there if we get to go to Helsinki.
I'm not going to get married there.
It would be fun.
We'll get a free ticket.
But I think...
get a free ticket either.
In the meantime, I think...
Want to go to Helsinki?
I think they're going to... I wouldn't be surprised if at Helsinki they debut like a new map or like a map. Wouldn't it be cool if you could flip it around to look at it from all different sides?
Huh.
I think that would be really cool. Or maybe
put the waterfall back in,
or an addition to it.
Well, and you know that game Samurai Siege. You could have different maps. It was still the same board, but it was like snowscape instead of the forest. It was snow on it,
like a skin.
Yeah, and then or a city or something like that.
I think it would really be cool to be able to tap the screen and move it so you can look at the base from different sides and kind of bring it. I mean, how long I've looked at that damn same base, like that same view. Like if you could turn it and look at it and go, okay, I'm going to send my troops in here. It would look the exact same, but you'd just be able to see it from different sides.
Because you could always attack from the bottom.
It would add a whole like visual dimension to it.
You could always attack from the bottom. Like if you always want to, you can always attack. Because
people complain about like, you can't like you'd have to go from the east or the west because of your phone or whatever. Yeah. If you could flip it around to have a preferred way of coming in.
Okay, there it is again. People can tell us how long we've been going.
That's an hour.
That's 1 hour. It's 1 hour.
So, I think it would add a whole different dimension to the game.
Yeah.
User friendly.
I want a new troop. Just probably.
Well, yeah, but I think in the next one it's going to be minor because they're going to do a Helsinki thing.
Well, here's the thing: they just did the new
huge. I'm all right with nothing big.
Well, they just did the dark spells, so they haven't had an update which nerfs or changes the prices or the hit points or anything of those spells yet, and that'll be the next one. They'll tweak it to make it what they think.
Well, it's only like 2 months till ClashCon, so it's got to be something tiny. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave us a new expo or like a new level on the expo, like a new level on a troop and a new level on a defense.
Sure.
And like I would say Helsinki's in October. I would say they'd have to do it soon.
Well, they have to probably do it at.
But if they did
that, would wait. If it's only in 2 months, they'd probably wait until it.
That would tell us. Well, that's 8 weeks, and usually it's about every 6. But I think if they gave us a new defense level or something, it would tell us what type of troop is coming.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Okay. This is from Brian Horse 10. Why does Boneyard want to get to TH10 so fast on player 1? I think he should stay there so he has a TH10 and a TH9.
I am not going to Town Hall 10 anytime soon. I think I talked about it in a previous episode because I wanted the Dark Elixir drill. I'm not doing it. I'm not going up. I'm going to stay right where I'm at, Town Hall 9, and max that out. You know, I'm just going to stay there for a year probably.
It'll take a long time.
It'll take forever. I mean, it's going to be super maxed out. Then I got to start putting in more defenses that I haven't even built. Archer towers and wizard towers. I'm going to stick with what I got for now, then put in new stuff. Plus, it's my secondary account. I don't, it's not.
Yeah. That's why I like with Brittany is I don't really. I'm like now I'm kind of just going. Don't even raid. Just collect and just because it's hard to be in so many places.
Sure.
It bothers me. Okay.
Next question.
What is your favorite? This is from Warblade COC. What is your favorite podcast moment?
What is my favorite podcast moment? I don't know. Gradients. Hanging out with those 2 little kids in the middle of the night. That was a fun night for me.
That sounds really horrible.
Yeah. On the radio, we were talking to the kids from the wiki, and it was like 5:30 in the morning, and me and Scotty, I don't know if you knew this, but we were really drunk. I was anyway. We were still up. I got over to his house.
It was a blizzard.
It was post-poker game. I was up all night playing cards, then came over to your house in the middle of a freaking blizzard, barely got there, and then we had to stay up until like 5 in the morning until those kids were out of school because they're in Australia. And we talked to them, and that was
pretty fun.
Night. That was a good night.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to narrow it down.
I was really disappointed that they didn't know
Crocodile Dundee personally, yeah.
I don't know. It's really hard because it's obviously fun. So it's like, I don't know, I'll think of it.
My favorite podcast moment, hanging out with Scotty. Yeah. In general.
Yeah. And ignoring Lady B. No, just kidding.
Oh, I'm not.
All right. This is from Sith.
Don't make me throw up.
Okay, this is from Sith Lord Clash.
Sith Lord Clash.
Yep.
I bet she's 12.
Does Boneyard wipe back to front or front to back?
Oh, gross. God damn it.
Front to back, man. What are you, a girl? I mean, where are you from? Here's a question.
Well,
I bet you that kid...
Mailman said, you're assuming he wipes it all.
I wipe with my hand. I don't use toilet paper. I use my hand. Just scoop it out.
Scoop it out.
But, yeah, dude, you wipe back to, front to back. Girls do it. Boys do it. Everybody does it.
Okay. This is from Man vs. Merrick.
And here's the thing. Before we get to that, this is something I recently learned. Did you know that people wipe their butts standing up?
Yeah.
Do you wipe your butt standing up?
No.
Do you?
No.
No? I was like, it was the thing. It was like, hey, do you know that like 50% of people in the world wipe their butts standing up? 50% of people wipe their butts sitting down? And pretty much one half doesn't realize the other half exists. And I'm like, that's
just
weird.
Like you didn't realize.
I told him, like, people wipe their butts standing up. What? Like, you got to sit down because when you're sitting, your cheeks are apart. I brought this up on a camping trip, and the guys are like, "What are you talking about? Why would you stand up?" And then somebody commented on the thing that I read was like, "Why would you wipe your butt sitting down? Just stand up, you lazy ass." Like, it's not it's crazy. So if you wipe your butt standing up, you're a weirdo.
This is from Man vs. Merrick. Does Boneyard have a joint?
He's got lots of them.
Several,
one on his shoulders, one
One in my ear right now. You talking about doobies?
Yeah. Okay, so I got to switch.
You laugh, you goofy.
So did it? Okay, so those came to mind.
Twitter. You? No, man. No, man.
Okay, so there's a couple more good questions.
I'm double jointed.
Let's see here.
No, you're not.
I used to be. Now I'm old.
Why doesn't this is from R. Cooper Katie from the Clash Files podcast? Great podcast. Why doesn't Supercell embrace the podcasting community like they do, like they have the YouTubers?
Because YouTubers are probably a little less fucking vulgar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that I'm pretty sure back when we were the only podcast and there wasn't any YouTube channels about Clash of Clans way back when we started this shit.
I think there always was.
We're pretty sure we were the originals. OG Clash casters. There's probably some YouTube, some a little bit of that, but we were the shit. But we talked to the lady over at Supercell, and she's like, "Yeah, you guys are NSFW. You guys are R-rated, and we can't really."
No, she didn't say that.
I'm pretty sure she did. I'm pretty sure she did it.
No,
I'm pretty sure she did it.
I think they don't because, well, first of all, if you look at audience size compared to YouTubers, not that big. But I don't think really Supercell knows what they have with podcasters because YouTubers maybe have them for 3 minutes. A lot of people listen to an hour of the podcast, and so if they were more accessible, there would be more. We got to get on
that shit because not only do we have the most content, we are the originals, and we need to get Supercell to back us up.
Well, I mean, I think the community in general, like it'd be awesome to have more access to like what's going on because I don't think Supercell knows like the people that are listening, not necessarily are YouTube people that go watch YouTube. Right, you know, right. So I don't think they know. I just don't think they.
And a lot of the YouTube, a lot of the people watching YouTube listen. You
know. This is from Mr. Sweet Sauce. When is House of L announcing that it is a modding clan? Then, or is that just reserved for Guns Up?
Yeah, when are you guys going to announce that you're a modding clan?
We are not a modding clan.
That's reserved for House of L too.
No,
House of L.
There will be no modding at all.
No modding.
No, not in House of L, not ever.
Not publicly.
Well, this is what's been cool. Shut up.
Just fucking with you.
Guns Up came over. He's from Ice Ice Baby, co-leader in Ice Ice Baby 2, and goes between the clans over there. Had him on the Nerding Out a while ago. And And he's been showing us some really cool stuff. And not only that, and I actually told him, I said, because we've been trying to do another interview, figure out a time, but he's been helping everybody in L, like, try, like, a different bunch of people doing 3 jump spells on a 10. It's actually, like, working, and he's been talking about, like, zones, instead of, like, dividing the base, but you divide it by zone, and zone 1 is, like, taking this. It's more about, like, objectives.
Yeah.
And so he's been, like, talking through some of the attacks, and it's some really cool stuff. And he won the Battle Axe. He got 2 awesome 3 stars.
You mentioned that earlier.
I showed you the one.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he, like he said in the interview, he draws it out on graph paper, like squares at a time, and does the. And I was asking him more about it.
Doesn't that seem like an awful lot of time?
Yeah, but
to
be good at it, you gotta, you have to be on your A game.
Good God. I know. See, I don't have patience for that.
But if you look at what he...
but that's why I'm not good at this.
But if you look at what he does, like, he knows that, like, to get the queen, that it's going to be aggroed, and it's pretty cool. And it's been really helpful. People are trying new things, and they've been doing really well with them. He's only been there this is his second war.
I've got
you can see that on Big Jake Clash's YouTube channel.
Okay.
The 2 attacks.
I've got a guy in the clan who either his mini or maybe his main is in another clan, and took screenshots of some guy who came in and was talking about how he I mods or X mods or whatever, which one he does, talking about it and how it's so awesome. Screenshotted his shit, reported it, got him banned. Because fuck that, it's
really?
Yeah, he was like, you coming to my clan and you're going to talk this shit? And boop. And he's like, he didn't kick him out. He wanted to keep him around to see what would happen. And he suspects a 31-day ban. But now the guy's in there in his mini. The same guy that got banned is now talking about his mini. He's like, hey, please don't do it. Hey, you got... And then it was, please don't ban me. And the guy's like, hey, I should just ban all your shit. And he's talking in Spanish, so he's showing us the screenshots, but nobody can read it. Couple of people can. They're telling us what it is. And he's like, and then the one was like, hey, God bless. I hope you and your family fall sick. And maybe this is better. Maybe a little lost in the translation there. God bless you. I hope you and your family fall ill and everyone around you is hating or something like that. Like, didn't really work in English, but it must have been a pretty good diss in Spanish,
How do you say it?
He's like,
base suck.
Yeah, you are base sucking. You're like, okay. Well,
how do you say that in Spanish?
Yeah, how do you say that in Spanish? Yeah, who knows? But yeah, so you know what, modern.
That was from Mr. Sweet Sauce, and I sent him back. I said, no, straight up, he's legit. If you saw the conversations going on in the line chat and it's amazing.
There's planning.
Oh God, yeah, and the amount of knowledge he has about the game is amazing.
So you're not announcing that you're a modding clan.
No, we'll never be. I'm trying to read.
All right, what you got? What's the next question?
Okay, this is from Sens at Slavage Sleuts. He was just on the SOAS podcast, another awesome podcast. Is Boneyard ready for me to 3-star his base if he matches up with SOAS?
You can try.
He's got max heroes.
You can try. Am I ready for it? Sure, I'm ready. Go for it. It's happened in the past. Once.
He's awesome. He's an amazing attacker. So I'm pretty sure.
We'll see. I mean, he probably will get 2 and then be pissed and throw his iPad. He'll probably get 1 and be like, I'm going to get this guy and get really mad. It'd be hilarious.
I'm pretty sure he was in the Zod or the L and versus SOAS war, and he was really good. Kosar Maniacs, they were just on the Clashcast. Awesome episode. When using Super Queen, I use 2 dragons as outside cutters to create a funnel for the queen. Can I coin the term Super Drag Queen? Why, yes. Yes, you can.
I think you just did.
Yes. A lot of people use minions.
Super Drag Queen is like 17-inch heels.
Bataka was talking about that on their cast.
Really big Adam's apple.
And I don't know much about the Super Queen. But I know a lot of people are using minions, and then and Taco was saying you don't want to put down archers, or else you got to wait for the archers to die to clear off the sides to get your queen in with 8 healers, I think he said.
Yeah, you want the healers to go at anything but.
Yeah, so that's why people are using the air.
Yeah.
I would think dragons would be a little expensive, but maybe they get a lot more than the minions
if it's war...
And I suppose they tank.
If it's war, there's no expense to be spared.
Well, I don't know if people are using that a lot more.
Well, all right. Well, then if you're doing it in raiding, maybe minions is better than queens. But I think a super drag queen is a thing.
Okay, this is from Red Dragons NNL. If you both were stuck on a desert island, would you bring Clash or food and water?
Food and water, man. What?
Beer. I would bring beer.
I would bring liquor. Beer.
What was the question now?
If you're both stuck on a desert island, would you bring Clash or food and water?
Food. Well, if I'm on a desert island and it's an awesome desert island, there might be water. And I could probably catch my own food. Maybe I even needed some hooks and some line to catch fish. I probably could spear them. I'd bring
Clash because then I could ask my clan to send help.
Yeah, right. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd bring Clash because then, hey, I'm on a desert island.
I'd bring Clash, but forget my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, right. What is my password?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, how would you play it if you couldn't have any interwebs?
I don't know. I actually thought about it.
The wind blew all the interwebs away.
I'd bring Lady B.
Oh, you would not.
That's not one of the choices.
That's because I would be the one that would find the food and find the water and do all the work.
Well, I might be.
Well, you'd play fucking Clash.
Yeah, okay, that works.
I know exactly how that would work.
Yeah.
Let me just see if there's any more. I think that no. Oh, congrats to LexCorp.
So that I can build this house.
LexCorp just hit level 7.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
How far are you guys away?
I was just looking. I think we're about halfway. A little over half. We've been winning, and we've had a couple 50 versus 50 wars.
Yeah.
So that's helped a little bit.
I think we're 1,000 away right now.
We're 26. We're 2,000 away almost.
Yeah, well, after this war, I think we'll be at 800 away.
Yeah, I think that's about it. There were a couple of things that I didn't really get to, but we are running out of time, and it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, we got to turn the AC back on because it is fucking 100 degrees outside today, and we had to turn off the AC and the fans inside the house so we could record. And it's hot as butt.
Yeah. Boneyard's glistening.
So are you.
Yeah.
You sweater fuckers need to get out of my living room.
Sweater fuckers?
Sweaty fuckers need to get out of my living room.
So, yeah, we just want to turn off the AC. And we put the cat away.
Yeah, the cats are downstairs.
Yeah, and I got to get back and get my Vortex in because I got to see who I'm going to disappoint this war.
Yeah, I got to try to get my 3 stars with Cadmus with Player 1 and with Dragons and see what happens. It's going to be fun.
So,
all right, well, that's it. Big up from Casa de Bonnier. Get a hold of us at clashofclanspodcast.com, or more likely, if you have any questions, contact us at wbsmt2radio.com.
Yeah. Or at WBS or Twitter. Or you can follow me too at WBSMT. That's based like W basement, but no vowels. Radio.
Yeah, I don't know why people can't figure out what that means. That seems pretty obvious.
Well, I don't think everybody in the world uses because it might be K something, It's not I get it.
It's W and K, and it's on either side of the Mississippi River here in the United States. W and K is not a thing on radio stations in other parts of the world. And just here in the States.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Scotty827, so I don't have to sign -S every time. Because everybody was like, you'd have to retweet, and then there'd be like 5 different people on there, and I'd run out, and the -S was really cramping my style.
Right.
Because I was running out of characters.
Okay.
So you can follow me there, or ClashClansPodcast.com. Get a hold of us.
Well, if it's super...
42427 Clash. Do we still have that?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
We think so. We don't know how to check.
Here's the thing: if it's a regular old tweet, it's probably from Scotty. If it's super witty and funny, it's probably from Boneyard. So when I have to put -S or -B, be like, "That's really awesome." I bet you Boneyard said that.
Yeah, you can guess who said what.
The thing is, I don't even have a Twitter app on anything on my devices right now, so it's all from Scotty anyway.
Like, that was Boneyard. No, that was. All right. Well, keep it clashy, everybody.
Yeah, keep it clashy, and have a good night.
Bye.
Skilly beep boop, skilly